Okay, so this is not really part of your assignment, but I thought it would show anyone who's interested, mostly guitar players, I guess, how to create guitar tablatures with Finale and how to get them to sync to your staff. Excuse me. So we'll go to the Setup Wizard and we'll create a new ensemble, which is going to consist of a guitar. And then under tablature, we'll pick just regular guitar tab. Oh wait, I never added the guitar. There we go. Okay, so if I go here and I add some notes, what you'll notice is nothing happens here. In other words, these are not actually connected to each other. What you actually have to do is copy notes from here into the tab, and then Finale will ask you if you're using a capo, and if not, just this will be 0. And if you are using a capo, you would specify the fret, and then you see this here. Now, if you don't like the fingering that it shows, it goes by whatever is the easiest, I suppose. But let's say you want this B to be not on the second string but on the third string, then you just double click it. Sorry. And if you click down, arrow down, it'll move it to the lower string. And if you click down again, it'll move it to the lower string. So it's still the same pitch, but it'll move it around. Now if you, so what happens is if I take this note and say move it up to C, nothing happens here. That's because these two staves are not actually connected together. So there is a way to do that, which I don't necessarily recommend if you're gonna want to edit the fingerings. I think the best thing to do is to just copy and paste whatever the notes are and then manage the fingerings afterwards. But if you're not so interested in that, you just want a quick tab. Let's say you don't play guitar, you don't really want to deal with that anyway. Then what you could do is you could delete this and go to the mirror tool, and then you want to make sure that this option is selected, dragging mirror measures. So you select those measures and you just drag them onto here. And now these measures you can't edit from here anymore because they're connected. So the tablature and the pitches are connected to these pitches right here. Now if I move C, it'll actually change the tab as well. But I can't go in and change the fingering anymore. I can't actually click on those notes. So that's the disadvantage there. The second thing I wanted to show you is how to add fingerboard charts. So if I have, let's say C major, let's just say C, and then I have, I don't know, G7. G7 might go there. And I don't know, let's say E minor. However you want to spell it. Oh, no. There. Then you can choose to have Finale show you chord fingerings. It's a very noisy day today out there. So if you go to chord, you can say a short show fretboards. And if that's checked, of course, it's going to push everything up. So you'd want to go here and move things down a little bit. The great thing about Finale is that you can, if you'll see these are just things that are pulled out of some database, right? You have these preset fingerings. So what you could do is actually edit them, make them look however you want. So if I click on the chord tool again, you'll see that you'll get two different handles, one for the letter name and one for the actual fingerboard chart. So if I double click on that, it opens up this editor, and if I go to edit, I can now interact with this. I can say, okay, I also want my fingering to show up. I want a number 3 to show up on this string. I want a number 2. This is really great if you're teaching beginners and you want to make your own diagrams. You can choose X, for a note that's not there. You can add a finger somewhere, I don't know if you want that note in there as well or something. Let's say you want to do this particular way to play C major. Oops, that was not what I was trying to do. I wanted a 1 there. Then also, I don't like this empty fret here, so I might go here and say 3 only. Okay, and then when you do this, this is now stored in your vocabulary, and you can do the same thing for all the other chords. So it's pretty interesting, and it has come in handy for me a couple of times. So I thought I would show you.